party from Beale Street and are ready for kickoff. The Blue Devils will kick it away to start us off. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Tigers' return team certainly didn't do the offense any favors there. And there he is. To this team's fans, he is a heroic figure. He is the guy who can lead them to the promised land.
This guy has been in big games, in big moments, and he's delivered for his football team. It never seems like a situation is just too big for him. This obviously is a huge game. I cannot wait to see this guy compete.
He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. Across the 25, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. On the option. He'll toss it. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Dropping back, it's high. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. They'll put the tight end in motion. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. The sure hands, it's Kane. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Listen, I'm going to move this guy. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him. Put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Duke Blue Devils offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keeping up with the speed on the other side, that's a different animal.
Might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some... Be careful, you do not want to get caught in the wash against this linebacker.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Little touch pass to the receiver. Bulls his way forward. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He'll try to do it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a...
Reels it in down the left side. Running toward the tape. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Duke.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. A first down for the offense. Looking downfield, it's high. Got his man on the right. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Memphis picking up the tempo.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Makes the catch. It's Kane. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Skips away from pressure. Open space at the 25. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. 3rd and goal coming up here. Scanning the field, it's high. Going for 6. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection. Instead of trying to just take the lead with a field goal, they'll leave the offense out there to try to punch in the touchdown. He'll set up to throw. Coming after it. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
That's just a play the quarterback can't make. 4th down, down by the goal line. That ball's got to find its way in the end zone somehow, some way. You simply cannot take a sack. I know it's difficult. The defense is bearing down on you, but you've got to be able to negotiate that throw and at least give somebody a chance in the end zone.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. And the Blue Devils will punt it away on 4th down.
And on that 3rd down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up 4th.
Looking for a block. It's Wilkins. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long, this one from the 44. Pocket starts to collapse. And that pass intercepted. Got room on the return. And they not only on the pick. Great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Line gets set, 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes. 2nd down coming up. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Davis looking to pass. Pirouettes away from the defense. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
That is a gut punch if you're the offense, because they're in dime personnel. They're only rushing 4 guys. You've got 5 offensive linemen. You've got the option of bringing other people in to help give your QB time. And this offense, not good enough.
And the returner will be brought down. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
They'll run the option. He'll toss it. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. The Tigers will hustle to the line. Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They tried to get the defense going the wrong way with the counter, but nothing doing.
Aggressive defense, attacking defense. You want to hit them with those counters, but it wasn't successful in this play. Defensive line, linebackers, everybody's dialed in. They see what's going on. They diagnose it, go downhill, hit him right in the middle of the field.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. They've already gone for it a couple of times on 4th down, converted once. Looks as if they'll try a 3rd. He wants to take the top off. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Memphis. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 51 yards out. From inside the 15, here comes the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive. Trying to get behind the defense. Fires the pass, intercepted. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Going up top on first down. Getting some heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
The offense just set themselves up in a bad situation on this one. 2nd and 3rd and long, there's not a lot of guesswork. Defense knows they're throwing the football, and you could tell in that pass rush.
Looking deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it. Tip.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. That can be a momentum changer after the interception. Runs it back to the 37. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Davis will throw. They're trying to get to it. Dances away. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a 1st down. The Blue Devils have it with a 1st and goal. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. And the defense tried to cheat a little space and get in that neutral zone, but it's still 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw. They're bringing heat. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. He snares it in the end zone.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And they tacked on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
At midfield, he's got room. Oh, look out, there he goes. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll just keep slinging it. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Memphis.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Davis looking to pass. He'll pull it down. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Looking to pass on second down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. On down the left side. And one.
Touchdown.
Bruce, it was all over.
Number 84.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Trying to find his man on first down. He's going to take off. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads it downfield. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
They'll throw it on first down. Quickly complete. Fighting off the defender. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. He'll do it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
This defense obviously came into this game prepared for the quarterback run. Linebackers, DBs, they're keying on him and just waiting for him to pull that football, and you saw their ability to get Hats to the ball quickly.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Headed to the end zone. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
Man, that dude just hits the gas and just goes. How nice is it as an offensive coordinator to have a quarterback that you can run just like a tailback? And you got a tailback in the backfield with him all the time, and he can throw so many options, but you just see the speed when he hits the gas, and it is really nice.
Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner goes down. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll try the left side. Across the 25, he's got room. And he's brought down after a nice gain. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very intriguing first 2 quarters of football in Memphis.
Memphis ready to kick it deep and get the second half going. Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering
and that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get a sack.
And the Blue Devils moving quickly to the line. Davis will throw, feeling some heat. And the quarterback is snowed under.
As a defensive end, trust me, I was a defensive end, I can tell you, you start getting a little lathered up. Now you got your second sack. It's only the third quarter. Your eyeballs are getting big. This is going to be one of those days. I'm going to get me 3. I'm going to get me 4. Shoot, I might even get me 5.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He wants to go deep. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. I don't know if this is the time for this type of risk. Offense going for it inside its own 40. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. Here comes the offense on first down. From the gun, the running back has it. Wrestled down at the 26, it's a gain of 4.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
He's back to throw on second down. Trying to get to it. This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a first down. The Blue Devils are in the red zone. The give from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. A 3rd and long coming up here. Davis looking to pass. Moving away from pressure. Short gain on the play before he slides.
You know, you hear the term nickel so much. Most people stay in nickel most of the time because of all the speed in college football and the running quarterback. And you see why it pays dividends. More speed on the field when the QB does take off to go get him on the ground and force a 4th down.
Oh, they blocked the kick. That's a live ball. Defense has it. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Quarterback on the keeper. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
Memphis wants to move quickly. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Big 1st down sack for the defense, brings up 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's high. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. To the end zone, and is picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. On 1st down, here comes this offense. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. At the 45, on his way. Hit the afterburners, kid. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. After almost housing it from deep, they'll try to finish the deal from the red zone. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Pulled down after a pickup of 3, balls at the 13.
Brings up 2nd down.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. You just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Oh, and the attempt is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. From the gun, the ground game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. It's high. Pressure coming. Still looking. He's going to run it. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Looking to move it through the air. He's going to fire deep. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to...
Oh, he wants it all. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
I don't blame the quarterback for taking that shot either, man. He's cooked up with this guy twice today for scores. Give him another try. They just couldn't get on the same page on that.
On third down, going up top. The Sweet Feet buy a little time. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. Looking to the big tight end. Finds his man, and they convert. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. He's looking to throw it. Coming after him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on second down. He looks that one in nicely. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Dropping back, it's high. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Trying to take it back. The 20. And a big return after the INT. For this possession.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the fourth quarter by one possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking for the score. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, talked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Right down the boulevard, it's good.
And look, obviously you would have loved to score a touchdown there, but you did the important thing. Kicked a field goal, you're now within one possession. Can your defense get you the football back, and can your offense drive the field and put it in the end zone? This is what you practice for. Let's see if they can go execute, fellas.
Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified. Going for the big play. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. And the Tigers are in the hurry-up. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Kane. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Fast motion from the offense. Looking to throw it again. Another incompletion on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Memphis! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. He just terrorized his quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. At the 20, he's got space. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And they get to him and sack the quarterback. Drive on down.
Yeah, and you needed points. You wanted points badly. But listen, the offense, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to get in their 4-minute offense. Now, I got to start preserving that clock, using my time.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now inside 4 minutes to go here on second down. Back to pass, it's high. Gets it out fast. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And guys, they really need to make something happen on this third and long. Pocket starts to collapse. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Flushed out of the pocket. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. The forward pass used to be illegal in football. That one still is. First down for this offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got his man quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Blue Devils in the hurry up.
You know, at this point of the game, guys, trailing the way they are late in the game, check down throws are not going to get it done. You've got to be more aggressive in the passing game. You're going to have to just start taking shots.
These defensive linemen have kids in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the...
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Off the play fake. Looking for a big gain. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Davis will throw. Getting some heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. Offense bringing in the big boys, heavy personnel. Can't get him to the ground. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tiger. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build on, David, you're talking about.
And unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete.
Snags it down the right side. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Brings up 2nd down.
Davis looking to pass. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in the game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
They're trying to get to it. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you can try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The option look. He'll pitch it. Thrust that arm out. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the fourth quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
Quick toss. Gives him the big stiff arm. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And this offense has done a really good job late in this football game. Man, you put a premium on the fourth quarter and maximizing possessions, and they've put touchdowns on the board. They've done a great job. Nice last play, too. Keep that momentum going and get out of here with the win.
The Tigers with the 1st and 10. On the option. Now the pitch. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. And after this play, the cake will be baked.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
They'll run the option. The pitch. Headed to the end zone. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae.
And some people might say that's piling on, and I